starting to lose track already, and that will be, of course, Curse, third game of the day. A Curse versus Eclipsia, and let's stick in the scoreboard, which Jason has worked his magic on. Get a bit of game sounds, and all will be cool. So, let's give you a rundown of the teams then. For Curse on the blue side, we have Angush on Xin Chao, Super A's on Lulu, Extinct on Diana, Creaton on Ezreal, and Maluno on Amumu. For the other side of Eclipsia on red, we have I'm So Fresh on Cho'Gath, Heidel on Jace, Kuja on Taric, Agony, which is actually enemies on Irelia, and Luna, which is actually tabs on Irelia, on Orianna.
Sorry, I was laughing because Agony actually said 0 for 1 when Cho'Gath missed the rupture. It's pretty funny. Yeah, hope this should be a great game. I hope you guys are excited as I am, even though it doesn't sound like it in my voice because I'm writing some notes down. I am very excited to see who wins this game. And a lot of talking going on between the teams since they did just play recently. Obviously, you have to throw something new at them. I mean, when you play a team as often or as recently as these two did, I mean, how do you kind of catch them off guard? Do you play a standard game, Joe, or do you try to go for something crazy?
Well, I don't know. It's a hard one to call because the other team's obviously not going to know if you're going to go something standard or something crazy. So I think they'll just play their game for this one, and, well, the best team will come out on top, which is like the most broad statement I've ever made about anything in my life.
It works, though.
So red buff going to be the start here for Maluno. Going to get a good leash, actually, from Diana and the rest of the team. Oh, it's resetting itself. That wasn't the most ideal thing in the world, but he's going to use Smite, takes that down. Cho'Gath, in the meantime, is starting over by blue and will hit himself onto level 2 with that. So let's go through the lanes then. Obviously, top lane got to be Xin Chao versus Irelia. Middle lane, Diana versus Orianna. Bottom lane, Lulu Ezreal versus Jace and Taric. And in the jungle, of course, Maluno with Amumu for Curse and I'm So Fresh with Cho'Gath for Eclipsia.
Yeah, last time Eclipsia ran this bottom lane, it was game number 1 of Tales of the Lane finals between them and Curse, and they ran it against a quirky Lulu, and they have a sort of kill lane because Jace could jump on top of you. He has so much damage, his percent damage as well, not to mention his range damage. They have a really aggressive lane, and like we always say, you know, if you have aggressive lane and you don't really get any kills off early or you don't get enough pressure off early, you kind of fall off. However, they have that Taric to heal away, so they have a lot of defense towards that. And if you do see Maluno into that top lane, trying to go for a gank on Irelia. And he actually is waiting around. Cho'Gath, I'm So Fresh, waiting as well in that tri-bush. Both junglers, great awareness of each other as they both are currently up there. And I was going to mention that Maluno, he always goes red first now. I've not seen one game he hasn't gone for red first.
Well, I'm So Fresh here, coming in from this backside.
Trying to bait each other in.
Yeah.
Is Maluno sitting out of the bush?
No. You can't see it so easily with that skin, actually. It kind of looks half and half as Angush is actually going to go in. Bandage toss miss from Maluno. Angush going to be burning from the Ignite, but no kills happening from that one. There was a flash used, though, by Angush.
Yeah, he had to get out of there. He was just very low. A couple more hits he would have dropped to see if I'm So Fresh got in there. But he did manage to get a relay very low as you hear an Ignite going down in the middle lane. I was confused because I didn't know where you were. But they started applying a lot of pressure, keeping both junglers up there at the moment. As Maluno looks like he's going to back out soon. Maybe just see if Cho'Gath's going to back away so they can go for the dive as a little bit of harass going on Irelia. Now Mumu catching that Cho'Gath, taking a lot more damage than I'm So Fresh took. Instead, just going to back away now.
Or is he?
Back away into the enemy jungle. He does have Smite up.
Actually will avoid the knock up there as well. That was nice play from Maluno. This is all time that they're not wasting, I want to call it, as we do see this Smite steal. And get silenced, but he's going to back away with that one. Feeling happy as can be. A
lot of time, though, spent up there by the junglers. English going to be put a little bit behind now because of that, since he actually was helping Maluno out there. But we see I'm So Fresh just going to take his race now, and the bottom lane, a lot of action going down there, to be honest. I mean, we see actually all 4 members of each team actually pretty low already. I mean, we see Heidel actually half health, Kuja was just over that, and Cretan under half health, so we could actually saw a kill go down there onto Ezreal. They wanted to commit to it. Irelia coming back to lane with that Doran shield now and a ward. Going to help against that damage that Angush does with that Xin Zhao, as Cho'Gath actually is waiting the top lane and is going in.
Yeah, Cho'Gath going in for this one. Angush Probably won't need to use much. Well, I mean, he doesn't really have much to use, actually. He's already used that flash, as he does put down some good damage onto I'm So Fresh. He will then be forced to back away. Meantime, Extinct went fairly low in that middle lane. Bottom lane, we are going to see some action going down as well. Have they got the damage to finish this one off? Heidar going low and will get taken out. First blood picked up by Super A's there on Lulu. We talk about this time and time again that ideally, obviously, in that situation, the AD carry will pick up first blood. However, it doesn't always work that way, and the security kill is a kill. So.
Definitely first blood, too. I mean, you don't want to let him get away with a little bit of health there. But that's going to help Lulu get her GP10s a little bit early. As you see, it didn't start with any sort of anything. I mean, just had wards strictly, and 2 health pots. Didn't go for the Fairy Charm or anything like that. But it's going to help her get her first GP10.
I'm wondering if there's a reason why Kuja didn't buy anything.
That is a good point. I did not notice that until now. Actually, no. He had wards. Sorry, he had wards. He had tons of them. He had pink wards. As we did see it in the Tribush, he was very aggressive as they invaded. He put one down in there, so he had just a lot of wards on him. That's why he currently had nothing.
So, slow start to this one. Obviously, we do have that first blood already over with Curse on their support play nonetheless, but Ezreal getting the assist actually has double Doran's Blade plus the longsword currently. Obviously, we'll be going towards that Phage first. Lulu just putting down some wards by that Dragon Pit by the end of the ramp, as they are called to fall back there in this top lane. That's because they spotted a Mumu. He came up the ramp, spotted him with that ward.
Yeah, Malulu's been around the map actually quite a lot. He went from top down to the middle lane, and he's been applying pressure everywhere he can. We see Aurelia actually going to get caught here. However, does have flash to get away.
Yeah, and here we go. Mumu coming in. Will get him into the middle of them, but have they got the HP here to dive this one? They are going to go for it. Angush needs to catch up, and he will dash in there. That's a nice flash backwards from Agony. Malunu going very, very low, and there's another dash away. Agony here getting the stun down onto Angush. That was brilliant, brilliant play from enemies, who obviously is Agony.
That just shows you how good Aurelia can be if you play her correctly. It was so well played. The nice flash actually away from both members of Curse, and then the stun onto Xin Zhao. I thought that was a guaranteed kill, but it kept English stun just long enough that she ended up getting away. And
missed the fact that Amumu actually died there to Orianna as well.
Oh, wow. Didn't even catch that either.
Totally missed it.
It's hard when you're writing notes down, Joe. It really is. But in that bottom lane, just a lot of harass going around in general on the Hadal right there. He actually was forced to go cloth armor. Going to be going for those ninja types. In the middle lane, the gank's going, though.
Yeah, flash away there from Extinct. Should keep him pretty safe, but that ball in action, and I don't think they've quite got the damage just yet to finish Extinct off in that position. That leaves us at 1-1. 200 gold difference only between these two sides. Super Ace just putting down the pressure here onto Kuja. Gets knocked back, actually, does Creaton on Ezreal by the hammer of Jace. And looking at CS, Orianna a little bit in the lead there, 10 CS. If you look at the AD carries, though, that's a substantial lead for this time in the game. 20 CS difference.
Yeah, that's just what Ezreal and Lulu are able to do right now, because that aggressive lane kind of failed early on with Jace dying for the first blood. He's able to be really aggressive and do a lot of damage to him and really make him play very passive until he gets, you know, enough items to sustain in lane long enough. You're going to need that Vampiric Scepter. We see Ezreal going to be going for that Phage. I thought it was going to be a Brutalizer for a second. I was like, wait, Longsword builds into Phage too. But yeah, I mean, Lulu is doing a lot of damage as well. Has a Heart of Gold, no boots though. And Joe, I have to ask you this, and I know it's kind of a weird time to ask, but Heart of Gold's being taken out of the game. How is that going to affect everything?
I am so sad.
Like top lane, you typically see Heart of Golds. Jungles, you see Heart of Gold. Supports, you see Heart of Gold. What's going to happen? Are they going to implement another GP10 item or what?
I'm not 100% sure. I've not been able to keep up on it. There's been so many info posts and different stuff like that. I mean, I'm assuming that they want it out of the game because it's just too used.
Well, they want to nerf GP10. They don't like everyone taking GP10, where you can fall behind in a lane, take 2 GP10 items, and you catch back up easily. That's one thing they're trying to change. I know that. But I mean, that's still changing a lot of other items, like you just said. I mean, Fan Dancer, you're going to make it so you can run through minions once you complete it, but you don't get the extra movement speed off of it. So interesting changes. I mean, they did a lot between Season 1 and 2. And I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to change the meta, because to me the meta got kind of stale. But recently we've seen a lot of teams experiment with, you know, AD's middle, even Bruiser's mid lane. So I'm curious to see what happens, but interesting nonetheless. I mean, you see in that bottom lane. I mean, Cretan and Super A's are able to push them out of the lane. And so you see Cretan get very low.
Yeah, Cretan goes low there. Actually, will be able to get himself out of the trouble with that arcane shift. But just one of those positions where Jace, you can see a bit of extra aggression from Heidel. Just feeling like he may have enough to finish this one off. Obviously, they are both above level 6 now as the stun does come down. And it's a lot of trading back and forth in this lane. Obviously, we did see First Blood given over to Lulu. But other than that, this AD carry support lane has been high action. No real ganks coming down, but they've just put the pressure in between each other as Cho'Gath did try to get in from the back of that lane. Cretan going to get hammered away, but I'm not sure that I'm So Fresh can really do anything about this. Yeah.
Do have Melino heading down to the bot lane, though. Might be able to turn this around. He is level 6. We could see a gank. No ward's actually going to spot him there, but Cho'Gath will see him. As we do have Diana coming down, Cho'Gath might get caught.
Oh, and Cho'Gath forced to flash over there, which they'll be happy about. Just to get rid of that flash from the jungle, leaves him that little bit less mobile.
That top lane really very low right now to Anguish. I don't think he's actually going to go for a dive unless he has a Ignite up, which he currently doesn't.
Oh, and actually going to turn it around here. Ignite put down by Irelia. And I think, well, could have got that kill.
Didn't have a way to get to him anymore. He used that Blade Surge into him.
True.
Which you kind of, what you see most Irelia players do, they Blade Surge into a minion to get to them so they have it up still. Oh, middle lane.
Oh, Extinct actually going to come back in there. That was amazing stuff, but Luna's surely going to go down. One more tick on. He gets the kill. Yeah, the minions as well. That was a fantastic bit of play. What did they say? I have chat.
Dat minion, oh my god. Yeah. What the fuck? Ahaha.
Okay.
But that was an amazing dodge on that Orianna ultimate.
Yeah. Great play. And just shows the level of these two here in the middle, as we are going to see the push coming down. Ultimate from Amumu. And they get away from it once again. Kuja with no mana, not really anything to play with. So Anguish has now finally come back into this top lane. Got a Doran Shield, Chain Vest, and Ninja Tabi. That's a very defensive build at the start for Anguish.
Someone in chat's like, Wolves OP.
Then Wolves, they were involved somehow.
Involved in the minions.
If no one gets that reference, by the way, that's from tonight's first game, where Mundo in the jungle got double buff, as you do, at the start of his jungle path, and then died to the wolves.
I still say, though, that pull was not as good as it could have been. But still, you should have backed before that. Anyways,
but
though.
Still, he died to the wolves.
But still, yeah, exactly. Well, we do set CS lead kind of holding steady now in that bottom lane. Ezreal only 20 CS ahead at the moment. And we see that Athene's and Holy Grail done for Orianna, which is a very crucial item. It really gives her that advantage over Diana right now, even though Diana's still playing very aggressive right now, getting fairly low. But no blue buff on Orianna, it makes for very sad times.
Oh, there's the ultimate actually used out of Anguish to get himself away from that damage that was being put down by Irelia.
He's doing no damage for that Doran shield pickup.
Well, what are you going to do damage with? Look at his build so far. But he's also, from that bit stronger. We'll see where he decides to go later on into the game. Actually, he's heading his way down towards this middle lane now. They've got that ward there in position, and now he's going to walk all the way back. Totally worth it.
Exactly. And we have Orianna going over for her blue buff. Mumu going to be donating his over to Extinct in this middle lane. And CS in that top lane is kind of getting out of hand in favor of Aurelia, which we all know. I mean, Aurelia late game is insanely good, not to mention mid game when you have that Triforce done. His Aghady's still going on to Anguish right now.
Yeah, he's got nothing to really be scared of. I mean, there's not much that he can actually do there, Anguish, in that situation. Just doesn't have the damage from that build. He's got the Phage in there now, Aurelia, as well. So once that starts to proc, it makes it even harder for him to get away. Mumu actually coming into this top lane. I think he was spotted there. I think he was just about spotted.
Pings.
Yeah, they see him.
Diana, though, going to get ganked in this mid lane.
Oh, Cho'Gath coming down, but Diana getting the position. Actually will dash back over in towards the minion line. Doesn't get hit by the knock-up. Can he get away? They've got the vision. There's the ultimate. Wow, nice Diana again. Extinct. You know, he is ready. I mean, finger just hovering over the flash key there, just waiting for that ball to come to his position. Actually will get knocked up there by I'm So Fresh and silenced. But that's not going to be anything for him to worry about.
Well, we got to talk about what they're competing for. I mean, yeah, this is just the qualifiers, but $50,000 in IEM Cologne, December 14th through 16th. I mean, who wouldn't want to win that much money? I would.
I wouldn't. Nah, it's not enough.
All right, I'll take it, Joe. But not to mention playing against some of the best teams in the world. We do have, Korean qualifiers, North American qualifiers going on. Has Orianna getting very low, forcing that flash out of him, which is a very crucial thing he needs with that ultimate combo together.
Aurelia again putting down the pressure onto Angush, and starting to build a decent CS lead as well, Aurelia, in this top lane. Bottom lane, again, it kind of started early on, that whole advantage for Creaton after they got that first blood. Is he going to go for the kill here? Nope. 132 to 107 CS between the AD carries. However, Orianna is 30 CS in the lead, as we just did see Cho'Gath coming down
in that
as
mid
well.
Lane. Picks up that kill onto Tabs. For everyone wondering, that is Tabs on Orianna. His main account is banned, and that is enemies on Agony. Just for everyone that's wondering in chat, that's just joining us here. I'm
going back to watch this one. And yeah, a somewhat one-sided affair, even with the ultimate going down there. And that's just the beauty of that AP assassin, just the mobility that she's got.
That's one thing I'm not a big fan of, though, is that how many assassins they're coming out with lately. I mean, Zed, the new champion, another assassin. It's really making it hard for all those old-school champions to really compete against those. Like Jace, I mean, he's become almost a standard pick nowadays. Darius is a very solid pick. But you never see, Xin Zhao on the top lane anymore. You don't even see Jarvan, which, honestly, I'm going to say it right now before anyone else does, Jarvan is going to make a huge comeback in Season 3. I'm going to call it. Prophet Jason. Thanks, Joe, for the silence. You're an ass.
Yeah, who knows?
His kit is just really underappreciated.
Does that mean then that we're going to see more Sejuanis? We are going to see a dive here in towards the middle. I'm So Fresh going low. Oh, the Orianna ultimate almost keeping them alive, as Maluno will survive that one as well with that red buff on. And maybe Extinct is going to go for this one. Extinct is going to go for this one. He is right on top of Luna.
Angus
not quite got it to finish it off. He dives back in once again, and there is the finisher. Brilliant teamwork there by Curse. And they are going to be picking up another kill to put them 5-2 in the lead. Yeah, but everyone knows, Jason, that the only real counter to Jarvan is, in fact, Sejuani.
No, that's Anivia.
No, Sejuani can break Jarvan's ultimate as well.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Well, we do see
Anivia's wall.
We do see Draken going over to Curse here. They did win against Eclipsia in Tails.
You're the Rift Myths guy. You should know this. Actually, I think I watched it.
Out of the last 400 myths I got sent to me, all of them were bad, unfortunately.
Yeah,
and half of them were like, how big can Cho get?
Looking at some of these emails that you get for Rift Myths, they're like just some really silly ones.
Does Jarvan's ultimate persist after death? That was one I got recently. That one's obvious. Yes. Does Aurelia... people also don't realize how percents work in this game. They're like, can you make it so a person gets 100% less healing by stacking Ignite with countering his ultimate and stuff like that? I'm like, people clearly don't know how it works. But we do see some action in the top lane.
Yep, Angush going head-to-head here with Agony, and again, he's not really got that much damage. He's gone back for that Giant's belt last, but just his standard base damage here is enough to force Aurelia away from that one. He had Maluno coming in as well, as we do see I'm So Fresh in the enemy jungle currently. There is a ward in the Tribush, so they'd spot him if he comes down, which in the end he decides not to. And Maluno right up in Aurelia's face. But with that amount of health on under the tower, I don't think they're going to go for it. Nope.
Yeah, his ultimate currently not up at the moment. If it was, that would have been a definite dive. As you see, Angush going to be going for a Sunfire Cape as his first major item. As he does complete it. Thank God I didn't want to be wrong there. Diana actually getting ganked in this middle lane, though. So Fresh missing that Rupture. And Extinct doing very well by dodging a lot of Cho's abilities. I mean, we've seen Cho gank mid quite...
You just got to like not panic whatsoever.
Exactly, yeah.
You've got to wait for it and then, well, just hope that you can dodge it, because if you're right in the middle of it, then you're probably not going to dodge it. But still, if you stay patient, then certainly you can dodge more than you would normally do. As we are seeing blue buff here being gifted over towards Diana. I think Orianna, yep, just got the blue buff on the side of Eclipse here as well. So 20 minutes into the game, 5-2 lead. It's around about a 2,000 gold lead currently for Curse.
Yeah, it's actually still a very close game, even though it is 5-2. Now Dragon giving Curse quite a big advantage, but we see a lot of action going on towards this top lane right now. Mumu trying to go for a gank, but Cho and Orianna coming in.
Oh, Mumu was actually going to flash bandage toss in there. He's going to ulti as well. Manages to catch both of them in it. Here comes Diana. Orianna ultimate goes down, but it won't be enough to save one. Can they stop Orianna from falling down? There was the ultimate out of Xin Xiao as they do manage to take down a Mumu. And, well, Orianna's fallen, and now Irelia may suffer the same fate. They are going to go for this one. No reason not to, and there is the kill for Extinct, and that was a bit of a whitewash. 1 for 3, the jungler going down, but taking out the jungler, the top lane, and the mid lane. Great exchange.
Oh, bottom lane, though. Ezra getting very low with that heal, saves his life as he does flash away. Jace chasing after him.
Polymorph! I got all excited there. And Super A is probably going to die here as well. Kuja just going to be waiting. That stun going to come up, or not even needed, as a double kill for Jace. So just talking about a great exchange on the top side of the map for Curse. Eclipsia come up with a double kill on this Jace, who is behind 30 CS, 25 CS, whatever, compared to Ezreal. But with that double kill, will bring himself right back in it. Has just picked up that Brutalizer, but Curse have pushed down their second turret of this game from the top lane.
I mean, Jace has actually kept this game relatively close in that bottom lane. It's been about 20 CS the entire game, and you would think if you have that much of an advantage, you could kind of snowball it into a bigger kind of lead, but still keep it at the same. Has that BF sword, going to be going for that Bloodthirster as his first major item. And Ezreal did finish that Triforce as he did die and go back to lane. We see Irelia in that top lane getting close to finishing hers. Currently sitting on 2/3 of that. And Orianna getting towards her death cap, actually very close to it. Well, very close to 1,000 gold, but still having 2 of the major items you need for it is a big deal. Molino now going to get caught by I'm So Fresh here. And probably should be able to escape quite easily as he turns around and engages.
Wow, that's ballsy. Well, he's got Anguish coming here from the side. And in the end, slowed down by Orianna. We don't go any further for that one. But Anguish, you know, he started off with that defensive build, to be honest, against this Irelia, knowing that he can't really win any trade-offs. But look where that leaves him now. He's very tanky. Got that Sunfire Cape, just picked up the recurve bow as well. And he's at that level now where he actually really starts to hurt as well, despite not going full damage or what have you. As we are going to see that ultimate coming out of him, but here is a big fight, and Mumu ultimate is great right in the middle of them. There's Diana cleaning up. This is going to be a massacre in favor of Curse. Is Luna going to die? Yes, he will. There is the kill onto Cho'Gath, and there is the finisher on to Jace, and that is an ace. Oh, they lost to Mumu in the end. Sad mommy is sad. What?
Wow. Actually, GG is called out from tabs.
What?
I don't see a surrender coming down just yet, but that was a great play by Extinct. That Moonfall actually just completely caught the enemy team off guard. And then the damage he was doing with that Abyssal Scepter and that Haunting Guise just tore through them piece by piece. What a perfect time for an ace for them. 13-7 now. Up 35,000 gold to the 28,000 gold. And should be able to lock down this inhibitor.
I was wondering why they just backed away. And then Extinct pinged it, and they are back on it.
And now Tabs is like, never mind, team's tryharding.
Oh, Extinct actually getting stunned up here. And he's going to need to escape. But look at Kuju, he's getting absolutely obliterated by Ezreal. And now the problem is that Super Ace needs to run. But he is Lulu, and he can slow everyone and speed himself up. But
as they say that,
he's
he
not going to get away from that.
Well, able to get an inhibitor off of that. Losing overall 4 members, though. Yeah, not the ideal thing, but still getting that inhibitor will benefit them throughout the rest of the game as they have that top lane pushing very hard. You see pings going down for it.
Cho'Gath's so small.
Yeah, actually the Loch Ness, no, Nightmare Cho'Gath is the smallest Cho'Gath skin in the game. Funny enough, but they will lock down that dragon, get them a little bit of extra gold that they're going to need. And now they need to start pushing out their lanes. They can't really afford to go for a Baron anymore, and if we see an Oracle out of Super A's, we could see an easy Baron for Curse. And not really much Eclipsia can do about it.
Wow, Anguish there. Showing his power. Does have that wit's end in now. And they're pinging Baron here, Curse. They've got no vision. Have they got an Oracle? Nope. They don't even care. They're just going for it. They're just going for this one. As we do see Kuja sticks a ward down in the back of Baron Pit, but look at it. Irelia's top lane. That means that they're just going to stick onto this one, surely.
They are roaming around for it. Shogat does have Flash, does have Feast up. If he can get there in time, he might be able to steal this away, as we saw earlier out of Cho'Gath in a previous game. Can he go in for it? He's running around, trying to go for on the side. Can he get it, Joe?
Oh, Agony actually going very, very low. They're going to go for the fight here. They've moved out. There is the Ezreal ultimate. It's a good one. There goes the Polymorph, the Amumu ultimate afterwards, and it's 4 kills. Run away, Luna. You are not getting anything from that one. Baron was still tagged up, and this is going to finish off the Baron. Amumu actually dies in the end, and he was still after, before that 10 seconds. Did they just flash over yet? They want to go for this one.
He keeps dying after the fight's happened.
Unfortunately, like, hey, the fight's over.
Time to die.
Why am I dying to everything?
Yeah,
Tower, the Baron.
Orianna wasn't really in position to do anything about that fight, but I mean, Cho'Gath, he wanted to wait for that Baron still, and Curse knew it. And now Tabs is going to die.
Yeah, he's dead. Now it's try-harding Tabs. Trying to run away.
Maluno in chat. What the hell? Or, well, I died to Baron again.
Baron OP. So here we go then. First Nexus turret is taken down. They're going to go in for Irelia. Dead. And Jace probably the next target. He is going to be polymorphed up. Acceleration Gate will pretty much get him away, but they are focusing this Nexus. And Curse.EU are going to be taking this game. They are going to move through into the semi-final of the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne qualifiers with a good, strong victory over Eclipsia.
Very well played by Curse there. Anguish, who was set really far behind in the beginning, came back with all his defensive items. Didn't even go GP10. He's like, you know what? Chain Vest, Sunfire Cape, I'm going to do it. And he ended up winning his lane because of that. Great ganks out of Curse as well. I mean, Maluno applied a lot of pressure to every lane. Bottom lane, not as much, but still, he applied a lot of pressure to that top lane where it was needed. And they came out ahead. Very well played.
I guess some casters are against teaching people a game. Not really.